vote for Plank of the Week, but Ricky Jones, where should we start with this failed Labour councillor?
Now independent, they tell us.
Oh yeah, because he was kicked out by the Labour Party.
But the investigation is still going on.
Of course it will.
Worked out, even though he's
afraid of a nice latte.
Yes,
exactly. This clown, let's compare this to Lucy Conley, who put a misguided tweet up but then deleted it.
Yeah.
He actually says, cut your throat. He was arrested basically for inciting violence. He ultimately then went to court.
Yeah.
The jury...
He pleaded not guilty, didn't he? That's the difference.
He pleaded not guilty. He said that his words were misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Right. And then the jury deliberated for 30 minutes. And the judge, let's have a look at the judge. So the judge basically is a lovely lady who's a hardline Labour voter. Forgive me, I'm going to go to her details because they're quite extensive.
Yeah.
She's also a diversity and community relations judge, which means she pushes DEI outcomes in trials.
Yes, she is.
Now, until recently, she was an active member of the Sentencing Council, which demands lighter sentences for women, Muslims, and black people.
Great.
And what was Ricky
Why doesn't she just not be a judge? Maybe that would be easier for her, and actually do something else. But Rosa Dean, let's have a quick look at what Ricky Jones actually did say.
They are disgusting, nasty bastards, and we need to hold their boots and get rid of them all. I just want to say thank you all for the leaving now, and
You know what surprises me? I think the only fight this guy could ever get into is with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I mean, really, this guy is... But you see the people around him and you think, what the hell?
But we sit here and we're exasperated, and that is another judge who seems to be part of the fabric of institutionalised ideology that seems to be... We'll talk later about the one glaring moment of brilliance this week with Epping, but I just... That genuinely worries me.
Yeah.
That is so two-sided, isn't it? He can... That's a terrible thing to do.
The thing is that there is legally, and there's lots of, wise kind of, smart asses on Twitter who will tell you this, barristers who say, well, the difference, of course, is that Lucy Connolly pleaded guilty. But that's not why it's a two-tier system. She was bullied into pleading guilty because she was told if she pleaded guilty, she'd stand more chance of getting released.
Yes.
She'd stand more chance.
As were many other protesters in South.
And in fact, she's never been released ever since she was arrested.
I wish I'd known her case, because I only got her case he would tell her not to have pleaded guilty.
I know.
He wouldn't be in prison.
But there's a pretty good chance if she went to a jury trial, she would have been acquitted as well.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, because he wasn't told to plead guilty.
But it just smacks of two-tier justice in every way.
But what I'm saying is that don't listen to people who say, oh, you're an idiot, you were comparing apples and pears, because she pleaded guilty and he didn't. The point is that she didn't need to plead guilty. She shouldn't have pleaded guilty.
And she was terrified. I mean, she was a young
because they also
mother.
think it made it into a really serious charge.
Well, exactly. And she didn't know what she was pleading for, and she was trusting her professional advisors.
Isn't he about to be released?
Well, supposedly this month.
Even her husband told me potentially this week. So,
her husband?
Yeah, I've been talking to him. But yeah, hopefully he gets out.
Fair with her being in prison. He's been talking to her.
In a purely professional capacity.
Of course, I just thought I'd drop
Samara.
What?
No, but they were completely out of their depth, as you say, and he even admits that. So it's really this politicisation of the justice system that really can't go on in this country because it's making it completely fall apart.
It is totally and utterly ridiculous. Anyway, over to you, Samara, with Portsmouth Council.